Can you imagine spending a day without your phone and with no access to Facebook or Twitter? No, right? Phones were once just a means of communication, but they've turned into something far more important that we've ever expected. What's more, we don't use phones just to talk. We download apps, play games, chat with our friends. It's like having a mini computer, which you can carry around with you. But computers get hacked, don't they? The same goes for smartphones, or even regular ones. Inside your mobile, hackers can find information about your contacts, read your text messages, and steal personal data. Don't worry. Today I'm going to talk about 15 signs your phone is hacked. Number 1. Look for strange apps. Has a new application appeared on your phone and you don't remember installing it? You might have a problem then. While manufacturers might install apps while updating the software, you must always check any unusual apps that suddenly appear on your screen. It might be a spy app, malware, or ransomware. The fastest way to do that is to Google the name and find what other users have to say about it to determine if it's legitimate. If you can't find information about it, it's a clear indication that you're dealing with something malicious. You might also be infected with one of those legitimate spy apps, which keep tabs on you. If your suspicions are confirmed, uninstall the app as quickly as possible and install a legitimate antivirus for mobiles. Number 2. Apps that aren't working properly. An app that works slowly or crashes too often might signal that something is interfering with its functions. If you haven't updated it recently, or if you reinstall it, and the problem continues, it's a cause for concern. You might also do some research online to check if other users are experiencing the same problem or it's only you. Then you must do a scan for malware to determine if you're infected. Number 3. Battery drains quickly. Do you feel like your battery doesn't last as much as it used to be? While it's normal for the battery to wear out with time, sudden changes indicate a potential threat. You might have a program running in the background, which is draining the power because it's using power to monitoring your online activity. So, if you're not using your phone much and your battery doesn't last a lot, run a scan for malware to see if you've got reasons to worry. You can also restore faculty settings, basically wiping your phone and installing everything anew. In case the problem persists, you might want to turn to a professional. 4. Slow performance. Suddenly your phone is not as fast as it used to be. You have to wait for apps to start, pages to load, or you have to restart it frequently. This slow performance might not be a sign that you're in need of a new iPhone, but a clue that you've been hacked. When malicious or spying apps run in the background, they take resources, not only battery life. That's why if something is recording and sending information, it needs processing power, which slows the overall performance of your device. If you suspect a hacking, take a look at newly installed apps or try to run a malware scan. Number 5. Hot phone. You know that your phone gets warm when you use it too much, especially if you're playing games or talking for hours on end. Sometimes we get so familiar with the warm touch of the phone that we don't realize we have a problem. Your phone shouldn't be warm when you're not using it. If you pick it up in the morning and it feels hot to the touch, it means that there is a program running in the background. We said already that such malicious apps need processing power, which means that they keep your phone working all the time. Hence, it gets hot. Start your antivirus to determine the problem and check for new applications. Number 6. Strange phone behavior. Sometimes our phone does strange things. It reboots on its own, calls people, switches off on. You know what I'm talking about. Often, it's just a glitch in the operating system, but it could also mean that someone is keeping tabs on you or having remote access to your device. Strange noises during phone calls might also not be due to technical reasons, but because someone is listening on the other end and recording your conversations. Immediately run a malware scan or take your phone for repair. Number 7. Calls from unknown number. Has your phone bill arrived and you have to pay twice or thrice the usual amount? Hackers might have used your smartphone to make costly international calls or send international text message on behalf of a third party. To confirm your suspicions, You might ask to see the phone records, especially incoming and outgoing calls. You can also check the recent call logs to see if someone has dialed unknown numbers recently. Number 8. Sending strange text messages. Check the text messages you've sent. Are there any you haven't written? Hackers might use your phone to send weird SMS to your family, friends, or anyone in your contact book. This activity might go unnoticed until a friend complains to you, so don't ignore such events or write it off as a joke. The same might happen to your email account, so stay vigilant for strange activity. If your email has been compromised, quickly reset the password, but from an uninfected device. Then notify your contacts not to open any emails sent by you recently. Also, don't open any suspicious emails or SMS or click on any links. Number 9. You can't turn off your phone. In case you can't switch off your smartphone, it might be more than a simple glitch in the OS. Hackers might have taken control over it, especially if apps start opening on their own or your level of brightness changes. Remember, any sudden change in your device is a sign that something is going on. It might just be a malfunction, but it could also be hackers. Number 10. Websites look different. Have the websites you frequently visit changed their appearance in the browser? Malicious apps which stand between your browser and the internet might affect how the websites look. These apps will monitor what you're doing online and record your activity. In addition to this, you should double-check whether you have the correct online address. You might have been redirected to a phishing site, which aims to steal your username and password. These sites are excellent copies of the original, so if you're not careful, you might get fooled. Number 11. Mobile data increase. To determine if your phone is hacked, take a look at your mobile data monitoring app. A sudden, unexplained rise in mobile data is a clear warning sign that something worth investigating is happening. Moreover, you might be charged extra if you exceed your monthly limit of mobile usage. To avoid such problems, you can set a limit after which mobile data will turn off on its own. Also, take a look at how much data your apps are using. A new application eating tons of mobile data is very likely malicious and doing things you would not like, for example, tracking your location or reading your text message. In such cases, simply delete the app as soon as possible. Number 12. Pop-ups. Do you know these pop-ups that ask you to click here to claim your new iPhone? These banners are usually the result of a malicious application that tries to tempt you to do something. You might also see them on your laptop if you don't have a good antivirus program. The important thing is that you mustn't click on anything or provide sensitive information, no matter what they're offering. Number 13. Your emails are blocked. If your friends and colleagues are not receiving emails from you, something might be amiss. When hackers take control over your email, they relay it through unauthorized servers. That's why your emails get blocked by spam filters. Run an antivirus program and change your email password. Number 14. Your calls get interrupted. A dropped call or the inability to make calls, even when you have a strong signal, might be a sign of a breach. In most cases, it's due to technical problems, but you should be on your guard and investigate matters if it turns into a frequent event. Also, keep an eye for strange noises, which might mean that you're not alone. Number 15. A change in settings. Going through your settings and noticing changes that you didn't make, especially those related to security, should raise a red flag. Some spying apps might change your settings to allow hackers to spy you through your camera or gain access to your contacts. Tips for keeping your phone safe from hackers. Getting hacked is not pleasant. So, to avoid worrying about what information hackers might have stolen or how to find out if you have been hacked, here are some tips to protect your phone. Never open links in messages, especially if you can't see the full URL. Regularly update the software. Avoid charging your phone via unknown computers. If you have to, select only charging to avoid data transfer. Don't let your device remember any of your passwords. Disabled automatic Wi-Fi connections. Never connect to Wi-Fis with suspicious names. Don't make online purchases when connected to public Wi-Fi. Password protect your phone. Don't leave it unattended. Install antivirus. Don't install suspicious apps or apps that want access to too much personal information. So what do you think about these 15 tips to find out that your phone is hacked? Has your phone ever been compromised? How did you deal with it? Share in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more.